If you have done the work, the therapy, the books, the podcasts, the self help, and you are still waiting to feel like her, the woman you know you meant to be, I really need you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not lacking motivation. You are using simply the wrong model. And I'm about to show you the one that actually works. I am Zarina. And before we go further, I want you to know exactly who's talking to you because everything I'm about to teach you comes from lived expertise and my personal experience, not just from some weekend training or certification. I've spent over 15 years deeply invested in my own growth, training, studying, doing the inner work that most people talk about but never actually do. I am a certified coach, and for the past 10 years, I've worked in tech, product design, building systems that have to work for real humans, not in theory, in practice. I've also spent years as a dance instructor and choreographer, watching women change the way they move before even they change the way they think. Quantum physics and quantum living have become a genuine passion of mine because the science is finally catching up to what most of us already feel in our bodies. I'm not new to growth work, I'm not new to leadership. The platform is new to me. I am not. And I built this channel for one reason: to be the voice that tells women exactly what they need to hear in the moments that they've forgotten how actually powerful they are. So let's talk about why you're stuck. Because I promise you, it's not what you've been told. Most personal growth, the way it's taught, treats your identity like a broken object, something cracked that needs repairing. Find the wound, fix the wound, install the new belief, done. It's very mechanical and it's very linear. It's what I call Newtonian thinking. The idea that you're a fixed thing made of fixed parts, and if something goes wrong, you locate the broken piece and replace it. Here's the problem: you are not a machine. You never were. I've spent 10 years in product design, and here's what I know for certain: you don't build something great by staring at what's broken. You build it by understanding the whole system, the whole experience, and redesigning from the current reality forward. Not patching, not fixing, redesigning. Your identity works the exact the same way. It's not a fixed object waiting to be repaired. It is a living, energetic pattern you are generating moment to moment, thought to thought, choice to choice. That means the question was never, what's wrong with me? The question is, what am I currently generating? And what do I want to generate instead? That single shift changes everything. So here's the framework I used with every woman I work with, and I'm giving you the whole thing right now for free because this is what this channel is for. It's 3 stages: see it, feel it, become it. Stage 1: see it. You cannot redesign what you refuse to look at. Most women skip this stage entirely. They jump straight to fix me without ever honestly naming the current pattern. They're running. In UX, we call this a discovery phase. Before you build anything new, you map the actual current experience, not the version you wish you were true. There is a book that changed how I understand this: The Possibility Principle by psychotherapist Mel Schwartz. He applies quantum physics to real life, and one idea from it wrecked me. Wrecked me in the best way. Our beliefs don't just describe our identity, they build it. The moment we fixate on a story about ourselves, we start unconsciously collecting evidence to prove it's true. Not because it was never fully accurate, because we gave it enough attention for it to harden into who I am. I want to show you exactly how fast that happens because it happened to me. Beliefs don't describe your identity, they build it. A friend of mine told me that she has ADHD and she's on medication for it. I asked her, how is it helping her? She said, it's great. She can focus so much better. But when she stops taking it, she becomes a complete mess. Then, kind of excited, she told me how easy it was to get diagnosed. You find a doctor online, take a quick test, and then they prescribe it right away. Sounded like a magic pill. That thought landed in me, quietly, subconsciously. The very next day, at work, I noticed a coworker moving faster than me, finding things I couldn't find. And immediately, the thought showed up. Maybe I have that too. A few days later, I was packing for a trip and I couldn't focus, started getting frustrated. And that same voice whispered, see, I told you, you have it. A few days after that, I was talking to my mom and I blanked on a word I wanted to say. Later, that afternoon, my husband told me I'd forgotten to send him something important that I promised, and I got angry at myself. That's it. I said, I need that medication. And then I remembered the book. I remembered what Schwartz wrote about identity, and it hit me like a wave. I had one comment from a friend. One, just one. And in less than a week, I had built an entire case file of evidence: my coworker, my packing, my mom, my husband, all of it stitched together to confirm a story I'd never actually diagnosed, never actually chosen. That's called identity building in real time in me. Stage two, feel it. Here is what quantum physics has taught us. And it's not some woo woo, it's actually measurable. Energy responds to what you're feeling, not what you're thinking about feeling. Your nervous system, your muscles, your literal biology reacts differently to a felt emotion than to an intellectual idea about that emotion. It's not enough to think, I want to feel confident. You have to actually generate the felt sense of it in your body right now before the evidence even exists. So, this is where the dance, movement, breath, my whole world comes in. Because you cannot think your way into a new identity, you have to feel your way in. And your body is the fastest way to get there. Now close your eyes for 10 seconds right now. If you are comfortable, bring to mind one moment, just one, where you felt fully alive, fully powerful, fully you. Feel it in your chest, not just your memory. And let it breathe. Let it breathe. That feeling, that's not nostalgia. That's data. That's the frequency you're capable of generating. Stage three, become it. This is where you stop being an observer of your life and start being what I call a continuous co creator. Here is the truth almost nobody tells you. You are never neutral. You're always, in every moment, generating a version of yourself through your attention, your energy, your choices. The question isn't whether you are creating your identity, you already are. The question is whether you are doing it consciously or on autopilot. Becoming isn't a single decision, it's not a New Year's resolution, it's a practice. The same way choreography isn't one move, it's a sequence you repeat until your body doesn't have to think about it anymore. You see the old pattern, you feel the new frequency, and you repeat the choice until it's simply who you are. That's it. That's the whole framework. See it, feel it, become it. Not fixing, redesigning. So back to me, standing there angry, ready to book a doctor's appointment. Once I realized the pattern, once I saw that I'd been unconsciously collecting evidences for a story I never chose, I got really curious instead of afraid. And I asked myself one question: what if I could prove the opposite? So I gave myself a challenge to sit down, don't get up, and focus on one task for 4 hours straight with no interruptions. And guess what? I did it. 4 hours, fully focused, non-stop. And when I finished, two things became undeniable. First, what you focus on grows, not metaphorically, literally, mechanically, every single time. Second, the identity I'm living is not something that happened to me. It's something that I'm continuously choosing whether I'm doing it consciously or not. That's the whole game. That's a stage three. You don't just understand the pattern, you deliberately generate proof of the opposite on purpose until the new evidence outweighs the old. If this hits something in you, if some part of you just went, okay, she's talking to me, I want you to do two things. First, subscribe, because this channel is going to be a full library of exactly this: identity, energy, movement, relationships, sexuality, creativity, and everything that takes for you to build the next level life, taught by someone who's actually lived every piece of it. Second, comment below and tell me right now, which stage are you in? Are you still avoiding stage one, seeing it? Are you stuck in stage two, feeling? Or are you in stage three and the practice just hasn't caught up to you yet? I read every single comment and I want to know exactly where you are. And if you know a woman in your life who needs to hear this today, your sister, your friend, the woman in your group chat who's been quietly stuck, send her this video. This is exactly what she needs to hear right now. And just remember, you are not behind. You are not broken. Everything is okay with you. And you are the one who is in charge of who you are. And I'll see you in the next one.